Okay, so this is episode 2 of our YouTube series. So today we're going to be looking at guard passing. So, kind of like a magic trick. What I want you to do is if you want to pause this video and go find one, go find anything on YouTube that says about BJJ guard passing. Like, go find any technique. Keep the video to the side, don't watch it, come back to this video. And then I'm going to talk through guard passing. So, you done it? Fantastic. When it comes to guard passing, I can pretty much guarantee that I can describe the guard pass that you've just found, because they're all the same. So if you understand this, you can actually react within the chaos of Jiu-Jitsu and fix the guard pass as it's happening. So, when it comes to guard passing, two things need to happen. So, going back to control in Jiu-Jitsu, control is anytime someone's in the space between my knee and my armpit, if I can get them out of that space, they have no control. That's like part A. So part B is if they are in the space between my heel and my ass. It's not as important as this one, but it's part B. It's still pretty important. It becomes more important when it comes to guard passing. So every time you see someone do a guard pass, the first thing they do is they have to remove someone from that space. Either this one or the one behind your leg. The second thing they do is they try and get into the exact same space on the other person. So they want to get between their knee and their armpit. As soon as you can get past the legs, that is by definition a guard pass, and then you're in side control. And every guard pass, so if it's speed passing, if it's pressure passing, if it's slow, fast, whatever, over it, under it, around it, fits this this formula. So, say for example then that Naki has me in close guard. Whereas basic pass would be for me to open up his legs, so my knee and my elbow are touching, and then I'm going to find a way of getting past his legs and moving into the space between his knee and his armpit. It works. That's what happens. It's that fundamental formula. But then let's have a look at the idea of open guard. How do you open guard pass? So instead of doing toreandos and any other pass that you know, X passes, etc., you follow this formula. So I'm going to be aware of the space between my heel and my ass, and my elbow and my knee, and he's going to be doing the exact same. He's going to be making sure that space is guarded and this space is guarded. Which actually means then that if you were to take away the concept of earth, if you were to take away up and down, etc., we're both doing the exact same thing. He wants to control that space and this space, and I want to do the exact same to him, whilst also hiding mine. It becomes boxing again, in that we're both trying to cover our chin and we're both trying to punch, and it's then becoming timing. So I've got a bit of a messed up foot, but we'll see what happens. So Naki is going to be trying to attack the back of these and this space here, and I'm going to be doing the exact same to him. If he, say I get into that space and he gets like a deli heaver hook, he's controlling the back of my leg, which means then that instead of having to go through a Rolodex of techniques to do a pass, I just follow this formula. So I make sure that he is now from behind my leg, I can escape it, and I'm out. I don't care what he does, he's going to react in this chaos. If I try and continue my pass, whilst he has this, he has control, and I open myself up to being swept, submitted, etc. So I want to be able to break what he's doing, and then do my pass. So going back, if you watch there's a brilliant highlight video of Rafa Mendes' style of passing, that's all he's doing, is he's reacting in the chaos, making sure that anytime the back of his leg or this space here is touched, he breaks it. So, situation spark there. So as Naki is trying to attack, I don't let him get those spaces. I'm also going to be looking at opening up his. We'll go again. Start from A guard. Go, pick a guard. Okay, so he started from X, he's got the back of my leg, and if you can't see, he's also controlling the back of this leg here. So if I forget everything I ever knew about X guard passing, it's still going to follow this formula. I just need to deal with this. So go to sweep me, go submit me, go. You go. He wants that space. I don't let him have it. I found his hip, and we're in. As it applies for standing passes, it also applies for low passing. So if you watch any Bernardo Fahia, any over-under passes, it's the exact same again. If I'm here, with his leg on the top of my shoulder, he's not in that space. And this leg here, if he gets his leg behind my thigh, behind my knee, this side, I can't pass. So I need to find a way of getting rid of it. And then I can do it. So again, I'm following this formula. So if you find that you're getting stuck in someone's guard and your pass isn't working, don't just think, are you following the pass that your coach taught you or you saw on YouTube, etc. Follow this principle. Are you still allowing them in that space? Be conscious of what you're trying to accomplish. So if I was like rolling with Naki and he starts to shut me down, he starts to get into that space, I'm not going to have to go back to YouTube and have a look at what pass I was getting stuck on. I know the answer. Like one of the first passes I ever learned was this old chestnut, where you are in closed guard and you push the hips down, you put the knee in the middle, you push backwards, and then you go for the double unders. And then how many times I've seen people go, oh, what grip do you go from here? I don't care. Double unders, knee slide, I don't care. I followed that formula. I've got him out of that space, and then I have to go around his legs. So I either get hold of his hips here, and I do a stack pass or whatever. I can go straight through for a knee slice. Again, if you find that your knee slice is getting killed, here, wonder why? If he's on the inside of my hip, then yeah, he's in between he's in my armpit space. If I come back to here, he's gone. But I wouldn't complete my pass unless I'd open up this space on him and this space. If he keeps it closed, I don't. It now becomes a game of timing. If you can't see it, so we'll just turn around a little bit. His leg here, if he cuts behind, he's now controlling my knee. I can't continue the pass. But if I get rid of it, now I can continue the pass. All passes follow this formula. So now going back to my magic trick. Go back to the video you just had, that you looked up on YouTube for BJJ guard passing, and tell me if it follows that formula. Do they first get rid of the person in that space or behind this space, and then do they expose the same space on them? You'll probably find that they're going to talk too much about grips, etc. It doesn't matter. That comes way, way, way down the line. The fundamental part that you just need to consciously have in your head every single time you go for a guard pass is, have I exposed this space, and am I exposing the same space on them? So you can either be quite compact and move like this with everything closed, or you can be active and shut it down and push people out of the way or step around it. And you look at like more similar to like Rafa Mendes style of speed passing. But the idea never changes, the formula never changes. Okay, so please ask me questions on this. We're going to do a session on guard, which is the complete opposite of this. And guard starts to make a lot more sense when you understand how this style of passing works. And you start to play a bit more of a sport-based guard. So I think that's next week's episode, but I'll announce it on Instagram and Facebook, obviously. But please leave me any questions on this, leave me any questions on how you train it, and we'll answer those middle of next week. Thank you for your time. This has been episode 2 on guard passing.